this down anymore. Katrina from Eventmobi, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Super excited.
Yeah, so I know Eventmobi is not a new product. You guys are not one of those that like burst out during the pandemic. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you have some really, really exciting things that you've been working on. We want to make sure you have time to tell people. I'm talking super fast, but we don't really have to talk that fast.
I'm a fast talker too. So.
I'm like,
an espresso, so we'll see how this goes.
I switched to water, but I'm still very hyper right now. So I'm going to hand it to you. I know you have a few slides put together and you want to show people a little bit about the Eventmobi platform. And then I'll come back up and curate any questions that we might have from our audience. And I always have questions. That's just who I am by nature. All right. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Katrina Franzoy. I'm the marketing events planner at Eventmobi. And for those of you joining us, if you're specifically on Facebook right now, my colleagues Tyler and Blythe are also in the chat and will be helping to answer any questions that might come up along the way through my presentation. So first of all, Liz, I think whether you knew it at the time you chose this date or not, it's a great time to have a virtual showcase because isn't there another shift happening in the industry right now? There are so many things changing and it's hard to know what the best next step is. While some of us are ready to go back fully in person, others plan to continue with a virtual program, and many of us are looking at how we can reach both audiences and reach them effectively. So even though I'd love to talk your ear off about everything our product can do, and it can do a lot, this presentation is really about you, the planner, who is again facing the challenge of what now? But this time it's more, well, what event format is right for my audience? You need to choose the right way to reach your attendees while also making sure you're not limiting yourself in the process. So if you're going back to in-person, you'll need a reliable event app. Maybe you're thinking about sticking to virtual, but do you really want to limit yourself to a provider that facilitates virtual only? And then when it comes to hybrid, I think the real holdup, maybe not a holdup, but I think there's a few main challenges anyways, but one of them is that it might just seem too complicated. So let me know right now in the chat, does this ring true for you? Are you having all of these kind of thoughts and questions in your own mind from your clients? I'm sure some of you can definitely relate. So working with a flexible platform that lets you easily adapt your events format is critical right now. If you're planning to go back in person, there are obvious benefits to adding some kind of remote connectivity. It automatically extends your reach, and it also gives you a built-in backup plan if you have to switch courses. Fingers crossed, hopefully we don't anymore though. So whether you're looking at it as a safety net or a way to up your game and engage your audience year round, it just makes sense to choose event tech that covers all of the different platforms in one easy setup. So let's talk about how we solve your problems, and we accomplish this by splitting up your experience into two main categories. One, experience for your attendees, and two, experience for you as a planner. Next slide, please. So experience for the attendees. It's super easy for them to navigate and everything they need is in one place. In your event space, attendees can update their profiles, access all live stream and video content, save documents, make notes about a session they had just watched, and network with other attendees, speakers, and sponsors via live session chat, there we are, group discussions, one-to-one messaging, interactive breakout rooms, and one-to-one video meetings right inside the platform. Next slide, please. So for the experience for the planner, it's so easy for you to put together. And this is something that I can speak firsthand to because before I joined Eventmobi, I used to be a client of Eventmobi. And I'm sure like some of you might be able to relate. I didn't have a lot of resources. I didn't have a big team, but I had to pump out a lot of events. Like seriously, in the matter of like less than 2 months, I had 12 events to put on all across Canada. So trust me when I say you don't need to be a software engineer to put together an amazing event with Eventmobi. You can go ahead and show those points, Liz. So the Experience Manager is super user-friendly where you can build and manage your event space. So you can kind of get a little glimpse of it on the slide here. We can build and manage your event space and using tools like the homepage designer, and you can measure your ROI with advanced analytics. So if you have a small team like I once did, Eventmobi had the best and still does, the best support in the business, including a full service virtual event production team. They can help you build your show flow, build your event space, and create broadcast quality content so you won't need to work with yet another service provider. Next slide, please. So the best thing about Eventmobi is that it is an all-in-one system that offers you flexibility when planning your events. While you're building your in-person event app, you're simultaneously building your virtual event space and vice versa. So this means if you need to make last-minute changes to your event format, it's easy to pivot and it's easy to make those changes. You don't have to go in 2 separate spots to do it. It's all in one, and that also saves you time. So you don't have to build out your event app and then go in and build out your virtual event space. You're doing it all in one. And if you're running a strictly in-person meeting, you can use your virtual event space as an evergreen content library to house your recorded sessions and also facilitate networking year-round. And while there's many ways you can run your hybrid event, from live streaming your in-person sessions to designing entirely separate agendas for your remote attendees with pre-recorded content and simu-live sessions, Eventmobi makes it easy to offer both shared and unique experiences for every event attendee type. Next slide, please. And that's because we've been in the biz for over 12 years. The Eventmobi platform has powered over 25,000 incredible in-person, virtual, and hybrid events. And we understand how the right event technology helps planners design engaging event experiences. So one of the main aspects that sets Eventmobi apart from the competition is how customizable the platform is. We have a powerful homepage designer that allows you to fully brand your app and event space. And this tool also makes it incredibly easy to offer your sponsors valuable brand exposure opportunities. We can help you with your event marketing website and registration, or the platform can easily integrate with whichever registration platform you're using. Eventmobi has flexible live stream and video capabilities, including interactive breakout rooms that are native to the platform, so you can keep your attendees in the same space for breakout sessions. And unlike many of our competitors, our support and services teams are available to support you every step of the way as you design and deliver your event. We offer a complete range of services, including live stream and video production, app and event design, app and event space design, full data management, and live attendee support. Our team can help you build out your app and event space, create your show flow, prep your speakers, manage your virtual green room, edit your recordings, and answer attendee questions, and much more. My gosh, doesn't that sound nice? Next slide, please. I'm a little biased though. All right, so who is Eventmobi made for? Well, first, let me tell you who it's not made for. If you are planning a simple webinar or meeting without any branding requirements, we're not the platform for you. The Eventmobi platform is incredibly customizable and built to facilitate the most complex event experience design. Event organizers love us because it's easy to build branded single or multi-day, multi-track events with unlimited concurrent sessions and flexible 1- and 2-way video capabilities. Agencies also love Eventmobi because it's easy to create unique experiences for their clients. Associations love us because they can integrate the customized branding that they need without a big time commitment from their staff. And because their event space serves as evergreen content library and also a year-round community hub. Next slide, please. So if you've liked what you've heard so far, please feel free to reach out to sales@eventmobi.com to get more information, a personalized demo, or even a free trial of Eventmobi. And for everyone who purchases a package with us by the end of June and mentions they saw us on TECHSYTALK, we'll be able to offer you peace of mind because you'll be able to get access to a very flexible cancellation policy with a full refund should your event get canceled. And that's it for my presentation right now. I guess this is Q&A.
That's amazing. So please I know your team is in the chat, so they should put that in the chat just as a shout out to them so that people will see that now and later. So thank you. I do see we have people watching, so please if you have any questions, please put them in here. I see that Anne is here from Twine. We'll be talking about Twine later, so welcome, welcome. Wendy is here. She didn't see the video right away, but she got it now. And John is here, so please put your questions in the chat. We do see some of them coming in. I wanted to start with a few of my own, though, because I'm selfish. So one of the questions I had for you was around this flexibility that you talked about. So the hybrid people, as I mentioned at the beginning, planners are, the clients say, let's do in-person. Wait, we need to make this some kind of hybrid. How much flexibility is there in terms of the content? I also saw a comment from John who was, well, we're covering your whole slide and face, but just for a second.
I am John right now.
John was responding to Maribel, who had made a comment earlier, but he was talking really about unique virtual content and unique face-to-face content and really mixing up not just, it's so nice that the content pushes to both, but is there some flexibility also in terms of, you know, mixing up what you're doing for the face-to-face attendees as compared to virtual?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that probably really comes down to how you as an event planner want to showcase that content, and I guess when as well. The platform, it can do live. We also recommend Simulive. We can do pre-recorded and have it on demand, and that content can go live like at a particular time as well. So you don't have to be too limited. And I think it really does depend on you as a planner and how you want to space out your content in your event space. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Okay, so we have a question from Wendy. I think you mentioned that Eventmobi can handle breakout groups. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yes, for sure. Ooh, and there's the mailman, apparently.
Always happens, right?
And then my dog goes nuts.
2021.
Yes, so we have, sorry, what did you say there?
I was just saying 2021, this is what happens.
This is regular life. Yeah, definitely. Yes, we can definitely handle breakout rooms, Wendy. So it's native to the platform. So you don't have to send your attendees off platform. Everything can be handled right then and there. And we can handle up to actually more than 100 breakout rooms with the limit max per breakout room is 100 people max.
And how many of those can be on video?
So on video right now, 12 can be on video, and that's just for usability. Because I mean, if all 100, then your square is like tiny. But everyone else can still participate through audio, and they'll have like a little icon on screen with their initials. And when they speak, the icon kind of glows, so everybody knows like who exactly is speaking. Perfect.
And can you bring people kind of like on and off video so that you can rotate those 12 people?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a moderation. Oh my gosh, you can set moderators to your breakout room. There we go. And they have access to, and you can lock and unlock rooms as well. So if it's a locked room, somebody will have to like knock before they can enter. As the moderator, you can record the session as well as maximize or highlight some speakers, turn cameras off, turn off microphones as well.
Got it. Awesome. Okay. So we do have a question from Joanne. If you guys have any other questions, we only have like 2 minutes left, so please put them in now. But Joanne would like to know if you guys have a trade show component, and more broadly, I think I'd like to add just general kind of sponsor benefits that we can offer for sponsors.
Yeah, for sure. So our sponsorship capabilities, so we do have sponsor booths, I guess we'll call them, where sponsors can upload a logo, all of their contact information. They can have a CTA, like a call to action button. You can do one-on-one sessions with sponsors if you wanted to set up like a meeting. A sponsor can have a video, a part of their booth. Yeah, so there's a lot of opportunities for sponsorships. And because the platform is so customizable and brandable, you can really offer a lot in terms of like sponsorships as well.
Awesome. Okay. And we do have a Facebook user who's commenting. Welcome, Facebook user. If you guys are watching on Facebook, please go to streamyard.com/Facebook so we could see your name and picture. But someone is wondering about gamification, popular topic these days.
Yes, absolutely. We do. Actually, Eventmobi was one of like the first event apps back in the day to offer gamification features and polling in the event app. And that has not changed with the virtual platform as well. So absolutely full gamification features.
That's awesome. Okay, we do have another question from Wendy. She wants to talk security. This is a very big question we are getting from pretty much every planner. Their client is definitely, I mean, every client I think is really interested in security. So what can you tell us about the security of the platform, servers, all of that? How does that work?
Yeah, for sure. And I think Tyler and Blythe will be able to add in a little bit more as well on this particular topic. But security, so I see Wendy here is asking how secure is the platform and our servers in the US? I'm almost like 99% certain that the servers are in the US. And like I said, Tyler and Blythe, help me out here. I'm phoning a friend to fully answer this question for Wendy. Wendy's on Facebook, so you'll probably see her comment there. But I see it all the time with other clients, like security and things like that. I can tell you it's pretty secure, but I don't just have the full details on that.
Yeah, so let's have that's okay. You know, we ask these questions on the fly, so I always prep the speakers like, who knows what's going to come in. That's a really important question though. So if your team can put it in, I'll try to bring it up on screen, or at the very least, we'll make sure to get back to you, Wendy, with some very specific details. One other question I wanted to ask is, I really appreciated in your presentation how you talked about the events that you're not built for as compared to the ones that you are. I think a lot of virtual platforms just try to be everything to everyone, and it makes it really messy.
It's hard to figure out, yeah.
Yeah. One of the other qualifying factors I like to ask is just about pricing structure. Like, how does it work, and what should planners know before they contact you?
Yeah, absolutely. So pricing really comes down to how many attendees you're expecting at your event and how many events you're running per year, because we do offer subscription packages and 365. So if you are an association or somebody that you know you're going to be running multiple events a year, we kind of make it a little bit easier for you that way. And the price comes down depending on how many events you're running in the year. But all of the features of the platform, the advanced analytics, the gamification, the interactive breakout rooms, those aren't add-on costs. Those are all included with package costs. The only thing that would be add-on if you need any of the professional services that I mentioned, like the Go Live, our Go Live team, which is they handle all of the green room and the live streaming and things like that. If you need full data management, you can also have access to our event success managers, and their entire job is basically to help you curate your event. So you give them all the information. Here's my speaker headshot and bios, and here's the description for my sessions. And then they go in and input everything onto the platform for you. So if you're working with like a smaller team and like, maybe you're like, oh my God, I wish I had somebody to bounce ideas off of, like, we got you covered. It's really full service. And those would be the add-on services. But like I said, all the features, the gamification, the advanced analytics, interactive breakout rooms, yada, yada, that's all included in the package pricing. And there's a bunch of packages. It just depends on how many attendees and how many events you decide to run in your year.
Those services, I'm telling you, planners are so happy about them. Even if you are really like, you know what you're doing, planners are so busy, you know.
Exactly.
Like, I have enough trouble getting it all organized in, folders and in my Excel, and then you have to import everything. It's just so.
We live off of Excel at Eventmobi. You're just like, you send it all to us and we organize it all for you. And it's again, that extra peace of mind, because I'm sure a lot of planners, and what we hear anyways, it's like you're a one-person team, and it gets hectic to say the least.
We know how that feels. All right. So you guys definitely want to contact Eventmobi if you are interested. The whole point of the showcase is to give you kind of a taste, to learn enough about the company to say, that looks really interesting, I want to learn more. So now you need to just contact them directly. Katrina is here. She also mentioned that she has Tyler and Blythe in the chat, right? And so you can chat, if you're in the Facebook group, you can chat with them. Otherwise, please reach out to them directly, sales@eventmobi.com. Check out their website. If you go to TECHSYTALK.com/showcase, you'll see their little description and links to their website and all their social. And of course, we will be sharing this post showcase as well. So thank you so much. Before we go, I just posted. Katrina is correct. Our servers are hosted in the USA using Amazon Web Services. We also have a lot of features that allow you to not have to depend on Zoom, such as those native breakout rooms that you were talking about. So glad we could squeeze that answer in there.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Thank you, Blythe, coming to rescue.
That's
teamwork. I also love to mention too that if you go to eventmobi.com/virtual events masterclass, that's where we run all of our masterclasses, and we keep all of our masterclasses on demand. So if you're ever looking for any like kind of help or information or resources, like I said, eventmobi.com/virtual events masterclass, and you'll have access to a whole bunch of things in there too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Katrina. I love learning a little more about Eventmobi.
Thank you so much, Liz. This was fun.
Yes.
Next time, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Okay. So